guys. Welcome back for book number 4, The Week at Grandma's by Stan and Jan Berenstain. It's another Berenstain Bears book. This was one of our favorites that Nana and Grandpa would read to us when we were kids. So I thought I would share it with you today. I love this book a lot. So I hope you enjoy it also. Thanks for joining. Once in a while, the Bear family, who lived in the big treehouse down a sunny dirt road deep in bear country, got out the family snapshots and looked at them. "What are these?" asked Sister Bear, picking up a book of photos. "I don't think I've ever seen these before." These were pictures of bears playing tennis and canoeing, dancing, and having all sorts of fun. The bears looked like Mama and Papa, only they were younger and thinner. Kind of like me. I think my pictures when I was younger, I was thinner too. "They're pictures of Papa and me on our honeymoon," said Mama with a smile. "At Grizzly Mountain Lodge," said Papa. "We had a wonderful time." "What's a honeymoon?" asked Brother. "A honeymoon is a special trip couples take when they get married," explained Mama. "Getting married is a very special happening, and celebrating it with a trip is an old custom." "As a matter of fact," said Papa, "we've decided to go on a second honeymoon. We're going back to the same place to play tennis, go canoeing, and have fun." "It'll be lovely," said Mama. "A second honeymoon sounds like a pretty good idea," said Brother. "To me." "Me too," said Sister, and they scooted out of the room and were back in a jiffy with their vacation things. "Oh, you won't be coming," said Papa. "Honeymoons, even second honeymoons, are just for grown-ups, not cubs." But, what's going to happen to us?" asked Sister. "It just so happens," said Mama, "that Gran has been after me to let you spend a week with her and Gramps, and this would be the perfect opportunity." "A whole week?" said Brother. "But we've never stayed with anybody that long," said Sister. "Well," said Papa, taking a few practice swings with his tennis racket, "there's got to be a first time for everything." "What do we do for a whole week?" asked the cubs. "Where will we sleep? What will we eat?" "Goodness," said Mama, "such a fuss about a simple thing like a week at Grandma's." It didn't seem like a simple thing to the cubs. They loved Gramps and Gran very much. But, well, they just want Mama and Papa. Besides, Gramps and Gran were sort of old. The cubs don't look too excited to go. What do you think? They seem like they would rather just stay home or go on that second honeymoon with Mama and Papa, huh? "What are you taking with you?" Sister asked Brother when it was time to pack. "I'm just taking 2 books, my jacks, and my teddy, of course." "These," he said, holding up some books and his best yo-yo. Papa put their suitcases in the trunk last, so that when they got to Gran's, unloading was as easy as 1, 2, 3. So here's Sister. She has her teddy and some books, and Brother has some books and his yo-yo. Sister has her bag of jacks. I like playing jacks. That's a fun game, huh? Then, after lots of bear hugs and kisses, the happy second honeymooners were on their way. "It's certainly good to see young folks having fun," said Gran, as she was waving goodbye. "We're the young folks," muttered the cubs. "We're the ones supposed to be having fun." "I'm sure you're hungry after your ride," said Gran when they went in. "How about some special honey nut cookies and milk?" "No thanks, Gran," said Sister. "I'm not hungry right now." "Hey, these are really good," said Brother. Sister sneaked a small taste. They were good, but, well, they just weren't Mama's. Those cookies look delicious. I could go for some cookies right now. How about you guys? Now, let's get you set up to your room and you can get all settled in, said Gramps. The cubs reached for their bags, but before they could say Grizzly Gramps, they were gathered up, bags and all, and carried up the steep stairs. Gramps was certainly strong for someone so old. He has them picked right up, huh? The room at the top of the stairs was very, very nice indeed. But, well, it just wasn't home. That looks like a cute room, though. I wouldn't mind staying there. Gramps, said Sister, where do you suppose Mama and Papa are right now? Well, said Gramps, I reckon they're still on the road, just pulling up to the site of Grizzly Mountain Lodge. And after they unpacked their things, Gramps thought that the cubs might like to explore around the house. So there's Gramps thinking that maybe that's where they're at, and then they are off on an adventure. What a cool looking house. I'd like to go on an adventure there. While it wasn't home, it was an interesting house. There was the attic crowded with all sorts of things. Gran's kitchen with yummy tastes and smells. So there's the attic. And then you have the kitchen and Brother Bears. He looks like he's ready to enjoy. And Gramps' den. Gramps knew how to build a ship in the bottle. When the cubs asked him how he'd do it, he just smiled. Have you guys ever seen a ship in a bottle? That used to be like really popular. A lot of people had that. Such a neat trick. What do you suppose Mama and Papa are doing now? They asked. I reckon they're getting into their tennis clothes and are swatting the ball back and forth, he said. Over the next few days, Brother and Sister found lots to do. They helped Gran feed her bird friends, more kinds than they had ever seen in one place, and Gran knew all their names. They helped Gramps cut smooth twigs for a new ship in the bottle. It turns out that he built them outside the bottle and then slid them in. It was pretty tricky. So see there, it's built, and they're sliding it into the bottle. And then he pulls on the thing and the whole ship opens up there. They went fishing in a special place Gramps knew about. Well, said Gramps as they returned with a fine catch, I reckon that your Mama and Papa are out canoeing right now. I certainly hope they're having fun, said Sister, because we sure are. So here they were out fishing, just like Papa likes to do. And then they were talking about Mama and Papa. Your Papa, he likes to fish. Better get these chairs in, said Gramps after a fine fish fry. It's gonna rain tomorrow. How do you know? Asked Brother. I can feel it in my bones, said Gramps. And it turned out Gramps was right. Good, said Brother. We'll be able to relax a little. Sister got out her jacks and he started to play with his yo-yo. Used to be pretty good with one of those myself, said Gramps. So there they are, because it's raining quite a bit. Was he ever? Not only could Gramps make the yo-yo sleep and walk the dog, he could even do Baby in the Cradle and Around the World. Look at all those neat tricks he can do with that yo-yo. So cool. That evening, after a refreshing nap, they all went to Gramps and Gran's regular Friday night square dance. Gramps and Gran didn't just watch. They do-si-doed with the best of them. They even won a prize for friskiest couple. Look at them go. Everyone seems to really enjoy watching them, huh? Goodness, said Sister in the morning. This week really flew by. And we learned so much, added Brother, practicing Baby in the Cradle. Gramps and Gran How come you know so much? Asked Sister. So many things. Why, you can even feel the weather in your bones. That's one good thing about being an older person, said Gramps, smiling. You learn something every day, so that by the time you're old enough to be a grandparent, you know quite a lot. Gee, said Sister, I guess you and Gran are so old, you must know everything. Oh, no, said Gramps, laughing. You never stop learning. Why, just this week we learned something very special. We learned how absolutely wonderful it is to be grandparents and have lovely grandcubs. That looks like they're out on a fun little walk, huh? Then Gramps and Gran swept up their grandcubs into a big bear hug. The next thing they knew, a familiar beep beep was heard. It was Papa tooting the horn. He and Mama were back from their second honeymoon, and it was time for the cubs to go home. After saying goodbyes and thank yous, the Bear family piled into the car and headed home. No sooner were they on their way than Brother and Sister were babbling over the fun and the excitement of their week at Grandma's. Well, said Papa, sounds like you had a pretty good time. Oh, we did, said Sister. Papa, sometime you might want to go on a third honeymoon. Then we could spend another week at Grandma's. So they went from not wanting to go to wanting to go back again, huh? A third honeymoon, said Papa. I don't think anyone's ever gone on a third honeymoon. Well, said Sister, there has to be a first time for everything. The end. So that is all of Week at Grandma's. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it. So have a good rest of your day, whether you're watching in the morning, right now, or at bedtime. So, all right, I will see you again tomorrow, okay? Love you. Bye.